Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, everyone. Now today we are going to start with the fourth chapter of this book. That is your methods of calculation of national income. Okay. So, national income. So, what is the national income? With the formula we can with the definition we can start. See, it refers to a factor income earned. It So, what is your national income? It refers to the factor income earned by the normal residents of the country during an accounting year. This is known as national income. So, how you are going to calculate that national income? That is domestic income plus that is becoming your so this is how you calculate domestic income plus NFIA is equal to your national income, or that is NEPFC plus NFIA. Fine. So what do you call this? National income? That is NNP. Your national income is NNPFC. Fine. Now, so again, it refers to the what is national income. National income is the factor services. What do you mean by factor service? It means that you have done some productive services. That is why only you are getting factor income. So it refers to the factor income earned by the normal residents of the country. That is known as that is during an accounting year. That is known as your national income. So when you are doing any factor services or any kind of productive services for which you are getting factor income, that income is earned by the normal residents of the country is known as your national income. And how you are going to find it? National income, domestic income. Okay, the income which is produced within the domestic territory of the country, that is known as domestic income. So domestic income plus NFI, net factor income from abroad. If some money we are earning from abroad, or net income of that income means received minus paid. Okay, so that will how you will get, then we will get NFI. Adding that, it will become NFI. National income. So NDPFC means that is your domestic income at factor cost. Why factor cost? Because you are doing factor services. Okay, so plus NFIA, that is your net factor income from abroad, is equal to national income. That means it becomes NNPFC. Fine. So in India, who estimates the national income? Anyone? Okay. In India, estimation of national income is done by CSO. That is yours. It is the organization which estimates the national income in the country. So, what is the name of that organization? That is CSO. It is known as Central Statistical Organization. Okay, this is that organization which estimates the national income or for the country. Okay, that is Central Statistical Organization. So, if you want, you can write it. So now we are going to see how many methods are there for calculation of national income. Yeah, we'll see different methods to calculate national income, in which first one is your okay. So these are the three methods how we are going to calculate your national income. Okay, value added method is there, then income method is there, then expenditure method. Now, what do you mean by value added method? Means value added method when someone is doing some work, how much value he has added to that product, or how much work he has done on that product, that is known as value added method. By estimation of that value addition, we can calculate the national income. Then in your income method means how much a person has done factor services, and in return of that, how much he has got the factor payment, or how much he has earned factor income he has earned. On that behalf, we are going to calculate the national income in this second method, that is your income method. And third one is expenditure method. Now, what is this expenditure method? How much money you are expending or spending on your goods and services to acquire that thing. So, how much people are able to purchase goods and services? Okay, how much expenditure you are making on that behalf, we can estimate your national income. So these are the three methods on behalf of which we are going to calculate the national method. For example, if I say it's a working method, okay, or it's a earning method, it's a spending method, okay. To make it more easy, to make you more understand, you can say this is working method, means how you are doing work here, you are adding some more. Like if I say, see, you prepare a dal, okay, for your dinner, okay, then simple dal is also there, but you can make it more decorative. How can you do so? You can apply the you can fry that dal, okay. So that thing is different thing, okay. So how much work you have done? Suppose your work, one thing is there, if you are producing anything, how much additional work you are doing, and you are making more good, okay, that stuff more good. So you can say that the value addition method, okay. Then income method means how you are earning, how much factor services you have done, you have gone somewhere, you have worked there, you are getting your salary, you are getting your wages, and from the factory or from the school or from the any government offices where you are working for the government. So there you are having your income. Okay. Now expenditure method, how much money you are spending on the different goods and services which is there in the society or which is there in the economy. Okay. On the basis of that expenditure or your expenditure, we can calculate the national income. Right. So we will see what is value addition method. So this method is used to measure income in the different phases of production in a circular flow, that is known as your value added method. Now, every enterprises now, one more thing. This method is used to sorry, 1 minute. First, you see, every enterprise adds to the value of product which purchase at intermediate intermediate goods. So every enterprise adds to the value of the product which it purchased at the intermediate goods. Okay, now you understand one thing. See, this method is used to measure income in the different phases of production. So, how different phases of production? Suppose a farmer is there and farmer is producing a wheat. Okay, he did something, he worked something, he produced wheat, and he adds to the value that he is selling to the other person in a 500 rupees. So, value added by the farmer is 500 rupees. And if I say another thing, suppose that wheat is sold to a miller. Okay, now that wheat is taken by the miller. Now, miller purchased it from the farmer for 500 rupees. Now, he is making it flour of that and selling it that flour to the market for 700 rupees. So, how much addition work he has done? He has done 200. Why? Because he purchased that product for 500 rupees. That is his intermediate goods. Okay. That what become? It became intermediate goods for that person. What is intermediate good? Goods used for the process of production as a raw material. Okay. So it became an intermediate good for him. So he produced something of that and he sold in the market. Suppose that flour is sold to the baker, and if the baker is purchasing that thing, okay, if the baker is purchasing that thing, he purchased it for the 700 rupees. So, and the miller earned 700 rupees. Now, that baker is producing biscuit of them, okay, and selling to the selling at 1000 rupees in the market. So he did value addition of 300 rupees. So if each and every time on every phase, like wheat, when it was wheat, when it was flour, and when it was biscuit. So each time you are seeing that thing, every time at every phases of production, some value addition have been done. That value addition, we will total it together and we will find out that what is total value addition have been done on that product, and then we can calculate national income from that. Understood? We will also see the different examples for it. Now, so the value which is added is known as value addition, or you can say the value which is added is known as gross value addition. Okay, that is known as gross value addition at MP. That is market price. So you can also say this thing as an GVA MP. That is gross value addition at market price. So either you say that, and that gross value addition is also known as GDP-MP. Okay. GVA-MP equal to GDP gross value addition. So how you can find this? How you are going to find out the value addition? Value added equal to value of output, means at what price that product have been sold. Okay, that is known as value of output minus intermediate consumption. And that will give you GDP-MP. Okay. Fine. So gross value addition at market price GVA-MP is equal to GDP-MP, which I have written here. Okay, gross value addition. Gross value addition is at market price. Okay, now this, why this is done on the market price? Because it is sold in the market. Okay, so every time it is being sold, why? That is why MP has been taken here. Okay, it is done on the market basis. So market price, value of output minus intermediate consumption, that becomes your value add. If you want to find out how much value addition have been done, fine. Okay. Now, like for example, if I say farmer sold that product to the miller for 700 rupees, no. Sorry. Now miller purchased that intermediate goods or wheat from the farmer for 500 rupees and sold in the market for 700 rupees. So 700 rupees was his value of output, and how much value addition have been done by him? Intermediate cost of that product was 500. So 700 minus 500.
200.
So amount will come 200, and so 200 is what your value addition that has been done by the miller on wheat. Okay, he has done that much work and he has got that money 200 within sums. Okay, so we'll see and how from GDP to national income, how we are moving, how we are going to GDP to national income, NNP. Okay. How you are going to come on that? That conversion already I have told you. Gross is there, net is there. Okay. So what you are going to do? From gross to net minus depreciation. Then next, what is there? D is there and N is there. From domestic to national, how you are going to choose it? Plus NFI, net factor income from abroad. P is common there, so we need not to change P. From market price to factor cost, how you are going to do so? Minus NIT. Net indirect taxes. and this is the how we are going to convert GDP MP to NNP FC. So we will see how to calculate value addition method, or how to do the calculation. Okay. Value addition, to find value addition is equal to value of output minus intermediate consumption. Suppose it may be possible that when we are producing anything, may be possible that we may acquiring that things from the domestic. Okay. Okay, we may be possible that we may be purchasing the consumable things from the domestic market. Okay, or it may be possible that we may import. We may also do the import. Okay, so intermediate goods can be calculated as domestic consumption plus import. Okay, well, suppose for production, if you are purchasing that thing from the domestic, okay, from domestic consumption we have done, and we have also imported something from the foreign market, so it may be there from there also. Okay, now value of output. Then value of output means what? Sales. Okay, suppose we have sold our product. Okay. And then it may be possible, what about the stocks which we were not able to sell? So sales, how much we have sold in the market, plus the left stock, that is change in stock. And how to find change in stock? Closing minus opening. So maybe possible that whatever outputs, whatever goods or whatever product units we have produced, we have sold in the market, that sold unit plus the goods which we were unable to sold. Okay, so how that is known as change in stock, and how you are going to find that change in stock? Closing minus opening. Fine. Okay. Or maybe possible, one more thing. May be possible, this is the one part of calculation, or may be possible that suppose we have sold that product in domestic market. So domestic sale. May be possible that domestic sale is there. Okay, plus may be possible we have done the export also. Right. So value of output, domestic sale plus export, or sales, in that sales maybe there export, domestic sale is there, and export is also there. Okay, and left out that you can find from the change in stock. Fine. Then intermediate consumption can be also, we can do the domestic consumption from the domestic market, and we have imported some goods from the outside for our consumption. So import. Okay. So this is how you calculate value. Okay, this is how you are going to calculate value addition. So this is all for today. We'll meet up in next class. Till then.